Hey, everyone. You know I had to toss it true to live as soon as Josh was here. That's who I was waiting for. Josh, we love you. That is hilarious that with no scheduling, you are just always right here. And I think you're like that for every single Fab streamer. So that shows some just amazing dedication, Josh. Truly, truly. Community loves you. But yes, I wanted to jump on and look at that, folks. I haven't used this thing in, I think, like half a year. And the chat is working this time. Yet when I would stream on the regular, the chat never worked. Just, it was always broken. So explain that one to me, internet. Who knows? Who knows? But there we go. Chat is on screen. Sick. All right, folks. We have a dilemma on hand because a lot of you are at work. I'm also busy. I'm packing for Taipei. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. But there's a spoiler, and it's part of a scavenger hunt on Fabrary. And this shit is hard to solve. Hard to solve. So I think if we just crowdsource all of our combined intellect here, it's got to be over 4 intellect with all of us, right? We can probably figure this out. I know I'm dying for this spoiler. If you haven't played the scavenger hunt yourself, I would go and do that. I'm not entirely sure if we'll actually reveal the card or not, because it really is fun to kind of go on that journey yourself. But I know for a fact I legitimately need help with these things, having streamed one of these before. So literally right at 1 o'clock, it unlocked for us. So let's take a look. Who will you take with you while tapping to victory? Okay, so I assume there's not a incorrect answer. We're just gonna full commit. I'm gonna pick Young Gravy Bones. Oh man, it's Young Gravy or Adult Puffin? Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna pick Adult Puffin, actually. Let's go this route. A Plundering Polly and I Shall Go. You haven't tapped this one yet. Keep looking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. So now we have to comb through all the cards on Fabrary to find this out. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this. I don't even know where to go. But I don't want to click hint yet, but someone give me a legitimate hint. A Plundering Polly and I Shall Go. Okay, so Polly. Oh, wait. Here's something. Maybe we just follow this. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that was tapped. Oh, interesting. All right, I get it. Embedded on the site somewhere are tap symbols, and they're probably going to impede us along the way because what the hell is this now? Okay. Where would another one be? Maybe on Polly Cranka himself? Polly Cranka. Let's take a look. View card details. Oh, yep, we found one. Here's another tap. Oh, this is... God damn it. Phil, you've outdone yourself. What is this? All right, so we've tapped twice. We got to find 2 more to get back upright and progress, obviously. Even the scroll bar is upside down now, by the way. The scroll bar is upside down. We've reverted to Apple systems where now I have to scroll the opposite direction. Okay, so maybe the hero page, let's see, heroes. Maybe the hero page for Puffin would have one. Well, it says coming soon. Interesting. Is there a mechanic page? Oh my God, reading upside down, man, this is tough. Set information, perhaps. Set information, high seas. Let's see. Were we on this page already? I don't even know. Oh, you know, cogs could be interesting. Golden cog is obviously related to Puffin. Oh, God. Oh, yep. Look at that. Look at that. We found the third one. Oh, we're getting close. Okay, but now I'm absolutely running out of guesses here. So we did... There was one on the nav bar. There was one on Poly. There was one on cog. What else? Is it like the hero page? Maybe we just check Puffin herself? Or did we already do that? All right, here's Puffin. Yeah, no, that would be, I think, too easy at that point. Sometimes they go deep, right? Like you click high seas specifically. Maybe there's something all the way at the bottom. No, there's not. Ah, man. Can I even go back? Let's click Puffin again. See where this takes us. Maybe it wouldn't be connected to the artist, right? We already clicked the reference. Maybe we'll do the artist. There was one hint on the Dusk Till Dawn where you had to like go into the win rate stats and then like sort to a win rate. That one was absolutely nuts. So if this last one is even related to that level of depth, oh my god, we're just never finding it. Hero pages, we already did that. Set information, I think we did this too. Is there anything else to click on though? Because that took us to just the sorted page and that didn't do anything. Oh man, this actually looks kind of cool. Left to right. Gold Kiss Rum? Does that have anything to do with Puffin? I mean, we'll try it. I know for sure that it's a Marvel I'll need to pick up just because Levia will play a card that generates this. No? Okay, what if we just do Puffin cards so far? High Seas. Oh, my head is literally turning my head. Okay. Set breakdown. Spoiler schedule. Would it be anything under Pirate Mechanologist? No, I don't see anything. Mechanologist, I don't see anything. Spoiler schedule. I mean, perhaps. I doubt it though. What would be on this page? And I don't think anything. General info about the set. It lists mech here, it lists Puffin here, but I still don't see a tap. Fabrary leaderboard. Oh god, are we gonna get there? I don't even know if we're gonna get there. Oh, do I show hint? Oh, this is tough. Oh, this is tough. Cow go moo, it's true. Give me a hint. I don't want to actually click the hint button. Do something very surface level for me. Oh god. Revealed cards. I think we already looked on this. We already clicked on Puffin. I doubt it would be on the young hero. No. Spoilers, high seas. No hints? Jesus, I'm gonna be stuck here forever. I guess... I mean, this came out quite early with her. One of these. No. Spoilers. This one also was an early reveal. Mechanics. Okay, that's what I was talking about that. How do you get to like a mechanics page? Right? Like resources and tools. Does this mention what tapping is? Tools? Well, there's no tapping thing here. Card distributions. Mechanics? Set information? I feel like that didn't have any links. Mechanics. Surely, like, there is a page that talks about the introduction of tapping. Like, there's gotta be. That seems like a very Fabrary coded piece of information. General info. Like, these sites, or these are gonna take us off-site, right? But it does say more info. Mechanics. Where can I find mechanics? Where's a mechanics adjacent page? Resources and tools, we already clicked this. Set information, we already clicked this. Yeah, okay. Is there like a site-wide tap? Does that do anything? Tap? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my, alright, we got there. We got there, just searching the word tap. Alright, we're back. Oh, that was it? Oh, okay, wait, don't look necessarily. Don't look at the card. You should play this for yourself. I didn't think that was it. I thought maybe there'd be like a reveal thing to click on. Oh well, there was last time. Dang it. I might have spoiled this for some people. That's okay. I want to look at this card anyway. We've got a message from Phil. Congratulations on solving the puzzle. This card is now available for you to deck build with. It will only be visible to other people who solve the puzzle though. Well, we ruined that. I'll share it with everyone on Thursday, May 15th at 5 p.m. Enjoy your early access and please don't Phil, I thought there would be one more button. I was going to hide it off screen. Okay. Either way, let's not go too deep on that card. I legitimately just needed to crowdsource everyone's help. Of course, it's still on screen. This is going fantastic. Oh, this is going great. Wow, I really ruined that one for Phil. I really did. Oh, God. Look, I'm just saying, for the last one I did, there was like a reveal button. So you solved the puzzle, and then very specifically, you would click reveal. So that was my assumption. That was my assumption. Also, my computer is bricking, and I know why. Okay, it's because I have Premiere open. Oh, man. Oh, this is taking forever to encode my video. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to step down my OBS settings. 1 second. I did not think it was still encoding that video. Encoder settings, streaming, let's go to slow. Single pass is fine. And step this down to 10. All right, give me a second. It might stutter. All right, it ain't that bad anymore. We fixed it. We fixed it. Yes, all right. Well, now I'm really fumbling because I feel terrible, but you know what? Whatever. What's the leaderboard say? Leaderboard will not reveal for another hour. Well, I think we actually did pretty good, though. I think we actually got probably, you know, top 5. And now, of course, everyone's going to be scoping out the video and get it even faster. Mansan, are you coming to Taipei? Yes, I'm leaving for Taipei tomorrow morning. So hence why a lot of this is so rushed and last minute. I had a lot to finish up. I was filming another budget bash yesterday, edited it today. That's what's encoding in the background, which is potentially causing a frame rate drop. It's still dropping like a little bit. I thought it was done encoding that video, but it got stuck on something. But that's okay. I mean, those budget bash things have a lot that go into them, so that kind of makes sense. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to cancel the encoder. Screw it. I will just encode that later. All right. Let's see. Let me just fix this off screen real quick. Maybe I can even show you some of the upcoming Budget Bash gameplay that will be coming your way next week. Nope. Okay, it just completely crashed. All right, Premiere, you better not have lost my video, dude. I spent hours on you. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll close this. Screw it. I think I hit save. Surely I hit save. Okay, whatever. Whatever. If I just lost the Budget Bash, so be it. It was for the sake of our 78 viewers on the stream right here. But the encoding should be fixed now. God. Okay. Yeah. Slideshow Sant, whatever, dude. We fixed it. Can we talk about sea legs in Brute, drunk Reinhardt, fitting be fun? Yeah, you know what? We can at least go over some of the spoilers so far. Let me just double check over here. Yeah, okay. Man, yeah, YouTube was freaking out on that encoder thing. All right, so we can talk about at least some of the, not this one. Let's cover up this one real quick. Color source. Yeah. All right. We're gonna have to hide this one. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. We can talk about the rest of the spoilers though. There we go. Yeah, I think this spoiler season's been pretty exciting. You know, I don't mind the rapid pace drops of just like, boom, in 3 days we kind of get everything we're gonna get, and then maybe some other ones trickle out on special occasions, maybe an article, maybe some like, you know, like with the what was it called? The Majin Bay like World Tour Weekly, how that one just kind of came out of nowhere. There's definitely going to be some unannounced ones that like pop up here and there, on top of this like 3 week or the 3 day concentrated schedule. And You know, I don't mind it. I've seen some people complain about it. I think the only problem I have with it is that the announcement article of the spoilers that was framing it all to be part of like expedition to Dreadfall Gulch, expedition to like whatever those, you know, areas of the high seas are. I think that should have come out a lot earlier, because then you actually build up a narrative. People can start to speculate, ooh, I wonder which day this fits to. You know, day 1 was more Necromancer, day 2 is obviously more Mech, day 3 will be Ranger, and then who knows what day 4 is, if there even is a day 4, I'm not sure. So I think that kind of announcement, that framing of how the spoiler season was going to work, could have come out a lot earlier, and maybe with like a few breadcrumbs along the way, because it did feel almost like catching up when we finally got to spoiler season, and all of a sudden that article dropped on top of it, on as well as like the hidden card that was in there. That part did feel a bit rushed, sure, but the rest of it, the rest of the framing, the way that so much is being withheld for the actual world premiere in Taipei, which hopefully many of you will be at, that is exciting. That is super fun, and it is quite annoying from my POV, but it should only be annoying from my POV. Everyone else should be happy about it, but from my POV, I'm working at Taipei, heads down, I'm locked in, I have no time to play in anything, and all these spoilers are like hitting me, and I can't see any of them. I have like no time to soak it in. I should be the only one allowed to complain, because the rest of you are going to be watching the stream, you're going to be enjoying an amazing production, amazing casters. Hayden Dale's back, obviously, we love him. Brian Gottlieb, Scott Mines, like some just fantastic talent will be there. And you all get to enjoy it in your Discord chats, on stream, the gameplay. Meanwhile, I'm frantically trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So that part, sure. That part could, you know, only I get to complain about that part is my point. The rest of you, truly, just kick back, enjoy. There's really nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. As for the spoilers we do have so far, there is one that is absolutely taking my breath away, and that is the idea of companions existing in Flesh and Blood, because obviously I'm invested in Levia, and there is a particular playstyle of Levia that is so terrible. Hexagore, right? That is just so rough to try to deal with, you know, your own innate mechanics that are trying to kill you at every turn, trying to deal with like the pace of the game overall. Hexagore is not an early game weapon, you know? So you try to figure out what can they even do within the card pool to help a weapon that is that terrible. And this idea that there is a zone still on board, there is a zone where like a start in play effect could eventually be released for Hexagore. Oh my god, that is sick, because I feel like Levia overall is a hero that gets a lot of like the cool mechanic treatment without a lot of the tournament results, unfortunately. But this idea that, you know, she was the first to get the demi hero, she is like, you know, she was one of the first that had allies as well with Blasmafet and Doomsday, right? She's got like recursion pieces. That's not really a thing either. She's got like this blood debt mechanic. Like she has all these unique parts to her that lead her to be this more unique character than just like brute numbers. And I feel like adding a companion to like her Hexagore kit might eventually be what ends up happening. So I really love the design space of companions. You know, Levia makes a lot of sense that she might just have this lackey, this like extra tentacle floating on her shoulder or something that can eventually help her develop like a Hexagore deck, because Claws will not last forever. You know, KO will LL at some point. Brute did get some soft support. Brute also probably will clear Necromancer like pretty, I guess, decently for the type of deck that it is. So we'll see. And, you know, once that happens, Hexagore is all Levia really has left. And if this is how they decide to innovate on that card pool, that is sick. That's super sick. So that said, Polycranka, really, really exciting. And to explore this type of element in the game, I am drawn to Puffin. I think playing a mech that isn't just boost coded to begin with seems really interesting. Heavy, you know, manipulation of the board state, kind of in these like non-obvious ways, is also quite interesting. You know, you're tapping things for a payoff that isn't necessarily like on the card itself, you know, like Golden Cog. doesn't, it has crank to gain this action point, right? But beyond that, it doesn't have the effect. What you're searching for beyond that is from Puffin's ability and maybe like galvanize and things. I think that's quite interesting. So, oh, wait, let's go back to covering up that card. So yeah, I'm drawn to Puffin. I think she looks really cool. I haven't really soaked in too much of the new cards. Like I said, I was super busy. But mech overall being taken in a new direction does seem interesting. Hopefully people are drawn to that, is all I can really say. I'm also interested to see what the payoff on cards like this is like heavy galvanized playstyle. We've already seen a little bit that you can create multiple cog tokens. Perhaps, I mean, I would think this is kind of the ceiling of that, but these generators, like a single card that makes multiple cogs, is interesting to ramp up how these galvanized cards pay off. Because I think it was Brian who mentioned that you shouldn't really write this card off. This is powerful. This type of effect is nuts. And it does seem so. I mean, getting to 4 resources, that's like a tunic counter, right? Maybe you are working boost in a little bit to, 0 cost, and then Techlo Foundry Art get up to 4, whatever it is. So yeah, I'll do some tinkering. I think for now, I really have not put any thoughts together. No example deck lists really. But it's just a new direction for mech, and I quite enjoy that. So yeah, overall, that'll be the first thing I really tinker with, is what mech without boost looks like. And we're not saying that there is no boost, to be fair. It's just nothing we have seen has boost yet. And let's scroll past this card so I can unhide this. Gravy Bones, I literally can't even talk about. I cannot absorb anything going on with Gravy. I have no time. The rest of you definitely will have to. You guys have to play in your nationals. I don't. I just get to stream nationals. So what do I care about figuring out the decks? But I do really enjoy all the play on words that are coming through with this hero. I think it helps flesh out the idea that Gravy Bones isn't as, I guess, it's not like a mistake. It isn't this like unserious name in a world that is like just absolutely run over by like zombies and like waterlogged demons and whatever. Like, no, it's all a little bit goofy, right? Like the pirate theme has definitely bled in quite a bit to give us cards like Whaler Humperdink, which I don't, when DM Armada put out the spoiler video for this, I don't know what that reference was in the video. It was some old clip that said Humperdink, but in my head, Humperdink comes from The Princess Bride, where if you remember the like old man and woman who are like trying to bring back Wesley, and they're like getting in these arguments in their little hut. The woman screams at the husband, Humperdink, Humperdink, and in my head, that's what Humperdink reminds me of. I forget what character is actually named Humperdink. I think it's like maybe the king or something, like the prince in that universe, whatever. But apparently there's like multiple references to Humperdink because DM Armada totally had some like music video going with this card. But these kinds of cards do worry me a little bit with, how turn 0 can just go so out of hand for board state decks. Prince Humperdink, trying to steal Princess Buttercup. There we go. Yes, it was the prince. Okay, I was close. Humperdink! Yeah, this kind of like insane beefy stat line does worry me for how decks that deal with permanents can just like get away with the game on turn 0. If you figure a Gravy Bones that goes first just like starts with this dude in play and like an arsenal, that's crazy. Like that is so different than if they just drop, like one of these little dudes an arsenal. So that kind of swingy nature might feel a little bad, but at a certain point, we're going to figure out how this whole deck with like 20 plus non-blocks like really balances out. Like, how do you pressure them? How do you adequately punish them? So maybe it won't actually feel like that lopsided eventually, but I do worry about that because, from the Leviah POV, you feel like you won the game if you start with Call to the Grave. But that's not actually even close to how different it will be if Gravy Bones has an equal start like that. So yeah, I think comparing decks to Leviah's power level will never quite work out because she's so far behind, but that's what kind of comes to mind. I think it's hilarious that Humperdinck has such a huge torso and such tiny arms. Are they tiny? I guess it depends if this is his torso filled out. You know, if that's just like draping over him, right? Like if this is a bit of like an optical illusion where that's draping over him, but his torso actually like does end about here, I think it looks like closer to normal. But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, these allies are just so damn cool. I really love them. Limpet hop along. And speaking of the names, in TNTCG's video, this was another funny play on it where she has that whole back and forth about, is it because she has one leg? Is that why she's called Limp? Like, no, surely not. It's because Limpet is like a snail or something. Who knows? No, it's totally because she has a limp. And then you've got dudes who are just straight up named Barnacle. I appreciate that. You know, they've kind of got both sides going here. So anyway, like I said, you guys are gonna have to figure out a lot of these cards. It ain't up to me. I don't even get to play. I don't get to play, but I definitely get to watch, and I definitely get to hopefully put on a live stream that knocks everyone's socks off for Nationals, because you bet the whole world is going to be watching US Nationals to see these decks pop off. I think it's pretty obvious that Gravy Bones is doing something so unique in Fab that if people can crack that deck, he will be good. He will perform. As far as like Puffin and Marlin go, especially with the ban list that's coming up, you know, there's been a lot of spec on maybe 3 of a kind, maybe Rain Razors, hitting Marlin a bit preemptively. Haven't really heard talk of like that affecting Puffin at all. But either way, like they're less unique decks in terms of what they're bringing to kind of the axis of how Flesh and Blood decks operate. So anyway, I hope someone shows up with a completely dripped out, full Marvel Gravy Bones deck at US Nationals on day 0, somehow has the full kit, and you bet that guy is going to be locked to feature match. It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. So good luck to whoever that is. Good luck. Other than that, you know, this was my card. Hopefully you all did enjoy the spoiler video. I had one, not like nasty comment, but definitely a person who didn't understand the assignment, and instead of leaving a nice comment to support my aging grandfather for sharing his wonderful story, instead complained to LSS that now legendaries are being printed as like actions instead of you know, just equipment or whatever. And maybe it's not clear, and I didn't put this in the video, but this is just a treasure pack variant of what is a common. You know, this circle right here means it is a common. So no, this is not a legendary. It's not going to be $1 billion. It is just a treasure pack version of the card. So thank you for that comment, stranger. My grandfather was confused as to why this person was so angry. And I had to say, it's okay, Grandpa, just go back to bed. But yeah, this card, oh my goodness. This card, very interesting. Is it not a rare? I guess I don't know if it's a rare or a common. When I asked is this just a common with treasure pack rarity, the short answer was yes, but maybe they were just answering the treasure pack rarity thing and not specifically that it was a common. But I did ask if it was a common, because the only thing that had that symbol before was like the Marvel Gold and Gold Kiss that had been spoiled, this like gold circle. So that was my assumption. That was my assumption. Maybe it is a rare though. I don't know. But either way, now we get to the spicy card of the set. Spicy card. Unfortunately, the least spicy part of this is the content creator promo is not EA. It is not treated in some special fashion. It's just this exact art with the cold foil border. And for a card that's like obviously going to be, you know, $300+, whatever it is, that's kind of boring, because if you look back on the content creator promos we got in the past, they were either kind of like that transparent thing, or I don't think any of them have been like that EA treatment yet. But, you know, Felling of the Crown had the same treatment where it was just like the normal card, but in cold foil, and that card sold for way too much money. So I guess there's no room to complain. How cool they look doesn't affect how much it is. And for me, I would prefer it's cheaper because I will need to buy these anyway. But this card will find its way into Brute decks. I think for Levia, it's probably a 2 of, Definitely not a 3 of. Definitely not a 3 of. But I would assume you can probably get away with 2, as well as trimming down, maybe it's like a 2 agile windup list or something as well. But I'm quite excited about this card for sure, because the Gold Kiss Rum token makes a lot of sense for just adding that extra insurance to Brute to kind of get over the action point economy that they're otherwise limited to or forced to roll scab skins for. And Brute just doesn't care about the restriction on Gold Kiss with the whole untap clause. Because you will untap, you just won't untap that turn. So, sure, maybe you can't chain like 2 Gold Kiss Rum together, but it stays on the board, I guess, unless someone destroys it. So you never really should be punished for having like multiple out. Anyway, look, guys, I don't have many thoughts. Because, like I said, not my set to play. It's your guys' set to play. It's your guys' set to get out there and enjoy in your pre-releases. All I'm doing is going to be bringing you coverage for it. So heading off to Taipei, gonna hopefully put on a show that you all tune into. By God, I know no one likes watching Limited, but Jesus Christ, folks, you have not given this set a chance. This whole Treasure Island minigame makes the gameplay significantly different. We're not just throwing numbers at each other. It's not just random piles of cards. It is like a skill-expressive minigame going on, the hunt for Treasure Island. And I think it frames Limited to actually be quite exciting. I hope the gameplay is riveting. I hope people want to see the cards in action. I hope, the decks look quite cool. But no matter what, this is a objectively fresh way to spice up Limited. So I hope you all give it a chance and actually watch the world premiere, because it's going to be 3 days of coverage of world premiere. It's going to be the calling day 1, calling day 2, and we'll crown a winner. We'll do box breaks. We're going to be opening the new gem packs as well. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on the broadcast itself, along with all the talent that I mentioned before, as well as the new cards. Because reminder, we are not seeing the entire set before the world premiere itself. There's going to be tons of cards out there in the wild, and as far as we know, oh my God, I gotta hide that card. Let me put the thing back up. As far as we know, no expansion slots other than the wizard one have come out, so maybe they all get held until the world premiere. And that's super exciting because, for me, I'm obviously on the hunt for a very specific type of support, either for Levia or Acilio, in all honesty. And all the people in that same boat are going to be on the edge of their seat for those expansion slots. And, those are, I would assume, coming at the world premiere. I don't know. So anyway, stay excited. Stay invested in Flesh and Blood. If you can't play, you can at least watch the stream. And then eventually you'll get to play at the pre-release. So that's about all I got to say on on this. Set comes out on your birthday. That's sick, Nicholas. That's sick. Can you take a picture with me in Taipei? Oh, absolutely, dude. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be sweaty as hell. You know how hot Taiwan is in the summer. I know how hot Taiwan is in the summer. And granted, it's early summer, but Jesus Christ, you can take a picture with me, but I'm going to be stinky. My shirt is going to be dripping with sweat. But yes, you can take a picture with me. I'm down for that. Yeah, I'm an Acilio gamer these days. Have you not seen? I played Brody on stream. Check this out. There was a pretty sick game. There was a pretty sick game. Let's find Yuto real quick. That, of course, Yuto immediately jumped on. But yes, I streamed the ProQuest Plus, and Yuto went back and did a commentary over it. But yes, this is me. And then this is Brody Spurlock. And we're in the 0-1 bracket, baby. And guess who won that game? I won't spoil it, but what a game, right? We're already here. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. So yeah, if you want to learn what not to do on Acilio optimally. Hello, reconnection. Hello. Oh my God, dude. My house is not made for live streaming anymore. I've changed my internet plan. All right, well, that's it, folks. Thank you for your help on the spoiler that hopefully not many of you saw and that many of you find on your own time on Fabrary. Please check it out. But I just wanted to jump on mainly for selfish reasons because I really suck at doing those solo, and also for a quick check-in and to plug all of the upcoming live streams that are headed, I guess, your way. I mean, they are coming out. They will be on YouTube. You will see tons of action coming up. I've got a budget bash coming out next week. It is pretty sick. Oh, actually, this is something I can plug. Let me open this up real quick. I filmed a budget bash of, honestly, it was like the AI generated prompt. YouTube has an AI suggestion thing that tells you like what people want to see from you. And they told me to put out a Mansant versus Levia video. And so by God, we did it. I got a fellow League of Levia member to come on over, and he played Levia and I played against him. So it will be Mansant versus Levia coming out on Budget Bash next week. Budget Bash is brought to you pretty much exclusively by the Mansant Patreon. So if you have any need of picking up these Quicken tokens, check this out. We've got the brand new Quicken Chicken tokens coming out. This episode of Budget Bash is brought to you by the Mansant Patreon, where a new cold foil token has dropped with a Quicken Chicken alt art. I'll be picking these up in Taipei this week and shipping them out as soon as I'm back in the States around Vegas. So if you want to get your hands on a beautiful custom chicken Quicken cold foil and support the show, please go ahead, sign up for the Patreon. It's just $5 and I will ship worldwide. Welcome back. All right, thank you, past Ethan, for that plug. But either way, yeah, this budget bash is pretty hot. It is Mansant versus Levia. It's exactly what the AI generator told me to put out. So by God, we did it. And these budget bashes are like really fun to put together and edit and try to like find cheeky ways. I'll share this one moment preemptively as well.
And I'll just pass move to Arsenal. Okay. Now we'll start to juggle things a little bit here just to make sure that I can get the cards.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But there you go. That's coming out next week. You can sign up for the Patreon, get that cold foil Quicken token, and I guess now I have to make the Gold Kiss rum as well, because Levia will be making that token for sure. But it's going to be hard to top the Marvel, because you bet I'm going to pick up a Marvel to rock with those cold foil sea legs. All right, everyone. Legit, that's it for now. I gotta go keep packing. Headed out tomorrow morning, and I will see you all in Taipei. I will see you actually in Portland after Taipei. I'll be out there staying with Nathan for a bit. If you're in the Portland area, I'll be at a lot of those pre-releases, and then off to Vegas. So, goodbye, everyone. Peace.
Woo! Step, arms, spin. What? Woo! And slide and tango. 1, 2, 1, 2.